Today is day 21. We have 5 videos left, which means Christmas is nearly here. Right, it's day 21. 21 is here. Starting quest goals early. Really, really important, this video. Definitely check it out. This video is going to explain how to start quest goals early. I'm going to talk you through this one because I've completed all the main quests on the game that I record, so I can't really show you anything, but there are some screenshots in this video from my other game. Very simply, when you're completing quests with a time limit, there are some goals that you can start early. You can't start all goals early, but you can start the goals that normally appear early. For example, if you want to complete the Raiders of the Lost Artifacts quest in the time limit, you can start the Big Book of Stuff goal early, but other goals such as finding the third artifact you can't start early because it's not a goal that's normally available. So actions such as planting, baking, using a bookcase, watching TV, things like that, they can be started early because you can normally do them in the game. Other things such as talking to a tree on a housing lot, you can't start that early because that is not normally available on the game. That is only available when you're completing a certain quest. So as I was saying, with the Raiders of the Lost Artifacts quest, you can start the Big Book of Stuff goal, reading that from a bookcase. You can start that when you're on the previous quest, which is Mysterious Island. That will save you 19 hours to a day, depending on the star rating of the bookcase you're using. I'm going to talk about the Teenagers quest. There is no time limit for this quest, so it doesn't really matter for this one, but there are a lot of goals in this one that you can start early. I'm just going to use them as an example so you know which goals can be started early. So starting goals early will save you a certain amount of time as long as you do it correctly. So for the Teenagers quest, let's imagine it's got a time limit. It doesn't have a time limit, so you can take as long as you like on it, but imagine it did and you really wanted the prize. What you would do is, if you look through the posts on my blog, you'll be able to see a list of the goals. Then you can use these to see which goals are coming up. For example, for this one, the first goal is be nice to Osiris. We can't really start that early because he's just appeared, but we don't need to start it early either because it only takes a minute. So things that are quick, you don't really need to start early. For example, leftovers on a fridge, you don't need to start that early. But the second goal is grow onions. So if we wanted to, we could have started the grow onions task while we were on the previous quest. That would have saved us 7 hours. But to do this correctly, you need to make sure you only have one sim in that house. So until you get the task to grow onions, you keep all the other sims out of that house, because if you go to the house and complete the task early, it won't complete it. So I'll show you with another example because I don't think I explained that very well. So another quest goal we've got in this quest is watch a movie marathon. So I can put this on while we're completing a previous goal. For example, if we didn't start the Big Book of Stuff early, we can put on a sim in a separate house on their own to watch a movie marathon. And then once you've completed the Big Book of Stuff goal, you'll be able to go to the house where that sim is completing the movie marathon task, and they will have completed it. So you go to that house and it will complete the task. If you go to the house too early and you haven't got the goal, so say you're still on the Big Book of Stuff task and you've already completed the movie marathon and you go to that house, that is too early, you'll have to start it again. So if you want to do this, you've got to make sure that you don't go to the wrong place at the wrong time. For example, once I had a task to grow pumpkins, that takes a day, so I thought I'd start it early, but I accidentally went to that house before I got the goal for that and I had to start it all over again. Most of the goals in this quest can be started early, which really is quite unhelpful because there is no time limit for it. If it had a time limit, it would be great. So I'm going to talk you through some of the goals that can be started early. We've got grow onions, read Big Book of Stuff, watch a movie marathon, bake chocolate pudding, grow potatoes and bake a birthday cake, which can be started early when you get to this point in the game. Other tasks you can do early, anything that you can normally do, so anything like, I don't really know how to explain because it's just anything that you can normally do in the game. Fall asleep in the bath, you can do that early. Anything that can be normally done early, you can start early. But just make sure you put that sim in a separate house on their own, keep all the other sims away from that house. When you get the task appear for that, you can go to that house and complete the goal straight away. I often get asked about the breadwinner quest because a lot of people have just started the game so they don't really quite understand, And then they asked me about watching Sim Chef on TV. Now, if you don't have the option for this is because you're not on that goal yet. You may be still on the tutorial, or you haven't reached the level in which the breadwinner quest unlocks that yet. So you will not be able to do this goal until you start the quest, because this is not a normal goal available in the game. Also, the other one I get asked about a lot is being romantic. It tells you you need to complete the Love is in the Air quest to do this. You have to get the goal to be romantic for the first time in the Love is in the Air quest, then you can be romantic as much as you want after that, if that makes sense. I'm not very good at explaining things. If you don't know whether you can do a goal early, just have a look. Click on the item that you think it would use and then see whether you can start it early. Because if you can start it early, then start it early, because it is a good idea to start them early if you want to complete in the time limit. So yeah, just remember to put a sim in a different house as well. That is the main thing to remember when starting goals early. Make sure the sim is in a house on their own and just stay away from it until you get the goal. Hopefully that will save you a lot of time and a lot of LPs really. That's the main thing. So you'll be able to complete a lot of quests in the time limit. Thanks for watching. Make sure you come back tomorrow for day 22. See you soon.